Welcome to another exciting episode of American Warrior Radio, coming to you since 2009. If you or someone you know has ever worn the uniform of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, or National Guard or Reserves, you've come to the right place, American Warrior Radio. We're always efforting to bring you news, notes, interviews, and current events for all things military and veteran related. The bumper music for American Warrior Radio is provided by none other than combat veteran and mill hop artist Stephen Hobbs. Thank you, Stephen. With that said, let's kick the tires and light the fires and get this episode off the ground. Before we get to this new episode of American Warrior Radio Show, I want to remind you that AVET Project must raise funds for our PR&R retreats for active duty and veterans. PR&R, Project Recuperation and Reintegration Retreats. It changes lives. Help us help them, and help yourself to a chance at winning this Kel-Tec KSG 410 shotgun. You've seen Kel-Tec in the movies, John Wick, Hawaii Five-0, all over. Go to the website, avet-project.org. Drawing is to be held on Patriot Day 2024. That's 9/11/2024. It's tax season. Yeah, makes everybody shudder. I gotta pay taxes? Maybe not. When it comes to property tax, well, let me back up. Did you know that your VA disability compensation benefits are tax-free? That's right. You don't list them as earned income. It's not an entitlement. It is similar to what's called a workers' comp agreement. The federal government, through the VA, is paying you for injuries that occurred while you were on active duty and they're still bothering you today. And because of it being called disability compensation, it's not taxable. Do not put this, your VA compensation, in the number for your gross income. It doesn't belong. It doesn't even show up. The IRS doesn't even care about it. Another thing, did you know that if you have benefits such as education allowance through the VA, your GI Bill, tax-free, baby. If you're a work study and you're getting the prevailing minimum wage for the state to where you're employed, and you're going to college and you're doing full-time, I mean, it could be any number of dollars, also tax-free. Okay, so keep that in mind. Share that with others that you know. Now let's get to the real good stuff. Depending on the state you reside, if you have service-connected disability compensation, even at 10%, you can get an exemption from your property tax. Now I've got your attention. Well, let me take the coup de grace first. If you're a 100% permanently and totally disabled veteran, pretty much every state in the country, and I'd sure love some feedback. If you're in a state where this doesn't apply, please let me know. I haven't taken the time to check all 50 states and Puerto Rico. I haven't. So do it for me. If you live someplace where they're not giving you total tax exemption for your non-ad valorem taxes, let me know. If you live in one of the states that I've checked out, which is several dozen, they're going to tell you that there's a tax abatement. You do not pay property tax. You're still going to pay for some of the benefits you get as a taxpayer living in a particular state. But the bulk of your tax for property is going to be abated. You're not going to have to pay. All right, so the ad valorem tax, this is Florida, by the way. Check out your own state. You see the highlights I've got? Those are the key points. So if you're that 100% P&T veteran and you've made application to your tax assessor, your ad valorem taxes are gone. You still pay the non-ad valorem like garbage pickup and stuff like that. But let's say you're 10%. We're talking Florida. Maybe not where you live, and hopefully we're reaching across the nation with American Warrior Radio Show. 10% here in Florida. Look at this. 10% service-connected vet gets you a $5,000 reduction in what your taxes would be. Not $5,000 reduced from your taxes, $5,000 of your taxed value. The next one is if you have been deployed. All right, if you've been deployed, you are, again, Florida. Check with your own state. You're going to have some property tax exemption come into play. If you are a veteran 65 or older and you're permanently disabled but not because of service-connected disabilities, maybe you were whacked by a car and you're blind now and that's considered permanent, you're going to have a tax advantage too, based on the percentage of VA disability you receive. So it's a wide range of benefits. You really have to check with your state. And as my wonderful executive director, the brainchild behind nearly everything AVET Project, just held up a note trying to remind me, in Florida, you have to apply if you're 100% permanent total, or you want to enjoy one of these other benefits before March 30th. Every state, I'm sure, varies, but check with your state. Property tax exemption. It's tax season, everybody. We don't want to pay another dollar more than we have to, right? Of course. So until next time, don't forget, thank a vet. Hi everyone, it's Garen Cohn with American Warrior Radio. I'm here with my good friend Christian. We're here to deliver a very important message about a crisis in our land.
Suicide prevention, more specifically, veteran suicide prevention.
22 a day are taking their own lives. This must stop. This can't continue. If you or someone you know is contemplating suicide, please know that God has tomorrow planned for you. Don't take your own life. And just remember, suicide is a permanent solution
to a temporary problem.